They'll fill spots though on the floor. These guys will shoot at 5 on the shot clock.
Inside, the banker goes for Owoma. Martini plays hard. Mitch Henderson believes he could be an X factor in this game.
Yeah, he sure does, and he can shoot the ball from long range also.
Nembhard, the drive, he's got speed, and he's got the first bucket of the night for the Blue Jays. Owoma acts in a point-forward role. Langborg can handle it, and he takes it in for 2.
So Kalkbrenner is very good at blocking shots, but he's also very good at going straight up in the air. So just then you saw the challenge with the guard going right into his chest.
Baylor Shireman to the hoop. Rebounded by Nembhard.
Creighton better be ready to defend that type of shot, because that's what they look for.
Shireman got a 3.
Now they're a different team. If Shireman starts to get a hot hand.
Turning the corner. Alaka with the deuce. Matt Alaka, the junior from Hilliard, Ohio. Second team All-Ivy this season. That's tough to stop. Ryan Nembhard.
They've been soaking it up the last few days.
They have. A lot of media opportunities. It's been awesome to watch. Shireman is feeling it. It's a 3. Blake Peters is in. Peters made 5 threes in the second round. A step back J. Shooter's touch.
Yeah, sure was.
Loop it inside. Kalkbrenner turns. Shireman zigzags. On a kick. Alexander, a clean look. Count it. A 3.
The entire left side of the floor.
Dump it inside, and the floater goes down for Keyshawn Kellman. Back in the game. Creighton is 6 of 9 from the field. Love it up. Slam it down. Kalkbrenner.
Greg McDermott, as good as anybody, is figuring out where do they have an advantage in the half-court set.
Creighton has been really crisp. Owoma, that is terrific position in the paint. Dump it down low. Owoma. Shot clock winding down. Owoma goes to work.
Pretty.
Head and shoulder fake. The fadeaway is pure. Owoma. What a story he has been. He was a gifted athlete as a kid. The layup goes. The aggressive play from Trey Alexander. Shireman, terrific all-around skills. Flips it inside. Ball fake. Whoa, what a pass! Farabello hooks it inside for the King smash.
30 seconds, and here's a great example of it. You think of 4 shots coming up, what does he do? He bounces it once, still gives it up for a finish.
Princeton will play 8. And there you go for Langborg. That was a little more in that Princeton mold. Pete Carrill would be very pleased.
He sure would be.
21-16, Creighton lined it up. Alexander nails the triple. Creighton can't miss. There's a back in against Kalkbrenner.
There you go.
Cut and slam. Caden Pierce goes upstairs for the jam.
Well, they're really trying to run Creighton off the three-point line offensively with their backdoor cuts.
Owoma, great move.
Just too quick. He's too quick if he gets that isolation for Kalkbrenner. I know Kalkbrenner will block shots.
And for Princeton, Matt Alaka returns.
Yeah, Shireman well defended just then. They look to that corner, Jay.
Oh, he fakes out Owoma and finishes. Pierce from Glen Ellen, Illinois. Kick out. Owoma, bottom.
Nice recognition, too, by Pierce. He thought he was going to jump over Nembhard just then.
Owoma's got 11. The rest of the team has 12.
Backdoor again.
It's backdoor. And they tried to reverse it. Langborg. Wow. Now Kalkbrenner, the back in on Kellman. Double team comes. The help from Pierce. Kick it out. Farabello sticks it from long range. It's a triple.
And receive an easier pass.
Alaka, mid-range, no. Owoma, the follow. He clears out a lot of space.
Always around the glass, averaging 7.5 rebounds on the season.
Hand it off. Langborg with a spring in his step. Ryan Langborg. Nembhard floats it up. Kalkbrenner. Excellent play.
Oh, what a beauty of an assist.
Kalkbrenner is 7'1", 260.
Backdoor again.
And the finish. Hanging in there. Work on the chemistry, but they were not playing. And to see where this group is, amazing. Langborg knocks down the triple. That Pete Carrill would be so proud that this team is doing it their way, not his way, their way. Jumper goes. Blake Peters is lethal. 8 assists for Princeton. Pull-up jump. Alexander nails it from the outside.
Kalkbrenner a factor just then.
Ball fake. Nembhard to Shireman.
Wide open.
Open look. Book it. Baylor Shireman with a downtown hit. Pull-up jump. Doesn't go. Long rebound. Tip to the outside. Controlled by Farabello.
Nice lob. He can catch it on the run.
And Kalkbrenner finishes plus the foul.
Picking up the pace. They've done that in the last 5 to 7 minutes.
Shireman drop it inside. Kalkbrenner too big.
Just can't handle it. Langborg was the guy who was left down there. He's only 6'4", just not fair.
And Creighton is shooting it at 62%. Awoma banks it in. The Blue Jays up by 5. Awoma's got 15. Stripped of the ball. Nembhard loses it. Awoma leading the break.
Nice trail.
On a kick. Peters, yes, a three.
Awoma just has a beautiful sense for how to play this game.
Earlier tonight, Alexander swings it.
Nice dump down for Kalkbrenner to get things started. Let's see if he can do it one-on-one.
It's one-on-one with Kelman, and the left hand makes it look so easy. Went to high school at Gill St. Bernard's. Now he'll have the assignment on the other end. Alako probing. Swing it diagonal. Langborg. Got it. Know Willis very well with the nets. Up top.
Whoa.
Kalkbrenner rocks the rim on a hammer jam. And the foul. Airman. Kalkbrenner for Nembhard. Penetrates. And the floater is pure. On the floor for Princeton. Trying to bring this lead to double figures. Shireman, a pull-up jump. That was really impressive.
So their balance is there. Let's see what the bench can do.
Kelman on a handoff. Langborg, step back J. Book it. Pretty. 56-47 Blue Jays get it inside. Kalkbrenner working around the perimeter. Kaluma drives in. Good, and a foul. Bounce it. Awoma gets the deuce. Kaluma pulls it back.
Nice crossover.
Oh, beautiful fake. And the jumper goes down. Art Kaluma.
A little drift away from it and separating from the defender for the easier look. Wow.
The quick hitter. And it's Langborg on a three-point hit. 61-52 Creighton, high-low action. Kalkbrenner. He's inside, and he's just too hard to handle for Princeton. Good flow here offensively for Creighton in the second half. Alexander turns the corner. Trying to use the body on Alako. Kick it out for the open look. Shireman. Oh, off the window. Creighton's 8 of 11 from the field in the second half. Now 9 of 12. Trey Alexander. Awoma gives it up for Langborg. Langborg fires. Connects for 3.
I think he's got to square up here and drive him.
Pierce. And it's blocked by Kaluma at the rim.
All season long for them.
68-55 Creighton. Langborg. He hits on a fadeaway. We approach 8 minutes to go, second half. Creighton up by 11. Awoma got a 3.
Well, he knows that Kalkbrenner will block a shot inside.
Alexander back on the floor. Nembhard
nice
penetrates
against the zone again.
Cut off by Martini, and the jumper goes down for Shireman. He's on target once again.
Watch for a drive past somebody on the wing and a lob to one of the baseline guys. There's the first look for the lob.
Kaluma spins it in, and a foul. Langborg, two-man game with Awoma. Langborg off the dribble.
Pretty.
Ducks inside for the deuce. Shireman, lob it up.
Yep, there's the lobs.
Catch. Kaluma lost it. Saves it. Kalkbrenner. Jumper Alexander. He connects. A 3. The Creighton Blue Jays fly into the Elite Eight. First time in school history.